Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video. I haven't filmed one of these in quite a while. This is going to be just a chatty get ready with me. I went through my entire makeup collection and I pulled out all of my Essence products. I just did an Essence advent calendar in the previous video and I picked up a couple of add-on items with that advent calendar that I wanted to give a try. Plus, I wanted to try out the other makeup items that we got in that advent calendar and just basically do a review of what we got. So today we are going out to dinner with my father-in-law. It's his birthday, so we are going to be going out to dinner with him. So I just wanted to sit down and film a nice relaxing video of me just putting makeup on my face and letting you know what I feel about it. I have been using a lot of these products, so I know how they work, know how they wear, but I wanted to share those opinions with you of how I felt about them. Just so you can decide if this is a brand that's for you. So without further ado, let's zoom in a little bit and pull my hair back. I need a haircut so bad. This is the longest my hair has been in a really long time. It is down, way down. It is way down. So definitely need to get my hair cut soon. So there's a couple items that I don't have of Essence that I'm gonna have to sub other brands in for, like foundation and face primer. So I finally finished my Ciate London Hydrating Watermelon Primer, and that is definitely going to be something I repurchase. I absolutely love it. But in the meantime, I have other face primers I need to try and get through. I'm trying to not be wasteful this year. So I got this a while back and I'm like, I need to use this soon. And this is Illamasqua and this is their face primer. And it is just like a big jelly mess that I just broke the thing for. Awesome. Okay, so it just looks like this. Yeah. The only thing, oh, okay. I do not like trying to get it out of the tub because it's like a jello, so you can't just get like a little bit of it, you have to get like a whole chunk. So packaging, not the greatest, but it does a really good job as far as primer wise and keeping everything in place. And I just use a spatula because it's just easier to get a smaller amount out than trying to dig my big finger in there. So in the advent calendar, we did get a eyeshadow base primer. I can say that this is not my favorite eyeshadow primer. It's not the worst. Definitely not the best though. It starts out really nice, but I think it breaks itself down. And by the end of the day, I usually have creasing in my eyelids and that's not great. So I do end up having some creasing at the end of the day. It's fine for like right now, it's 4 o'clock, almost 5 o'clock. So I'm not gonna be wearing my eyeshadow for very long. So figured I'd just use it up. Again, just trying not to be wasteful. But this is definitely not my favorite. So I am going to be using the Dancing Green eyeshadow palette, and I absolutely love this palette. It is so cute, and it's really good quality eyeshadows too. $3.99, can't beat it. All right, so I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and this is the shade You Can Dance. I just realized that there was shade names on the back. And I am just going all over the lid with this. I'm just laying down that cream base. Now that I can smell again, I feel like this has a vanilla smell to it. So now I'm gonna go into this like taupey color here, and this is called Watch That Scene. And I'm gonna put this as my transition color. And I just love these. These blend so nicely. They are a little bit powdery, but the pigmentation is there, so I'm not mad about it. And just the color story of this is so cute. I saw these in the store today and I almost picked up another one, but I was like, no, So instead I bought another advent calendar. I think I'm gonna go into this shade down here. This is called Only 17. And I'm just gonna start that on the inner portion of my eye. It helps if I actually pick up some color. And then I'm gonna just take it on my finger and pop it along the rest of my lid. All right, last I'm gonna go into this deep green color. This is almost like a forest green, but with a touch of blue to it. It's really pretty, and it's called Night is Young. And I'm just gonna stamp this on the outer edge and blend it into my crease. And I like that these shadows kind of are buildable too. The pigmentation is there, but you have the opportunity to either like make it super subtle or amp it up, which I really like. I feel like this eye turns down more than this one, so it's kind of difficult for me to like get them matched. All right, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. So again, super cute little 6-pan, $3.99. You can't beat it. I absolutely love this formula and the color story. It's just really good quality. I've heard some hit and miss with Essence's eyeshadows. They're either not great or they're really good. So it seems like the majority of people that have tried these little 6-pans have said they're really good. So I'm really glad I picked that one up. I haven't done this in quite a while. We're gonna attempt to line and do a wing with a pencil eyeliner. This could be really disastrous. We'll see. If not, I'm gonna at least get like the lid lined and I can wing it out with my other if I need to. Here we go. All right, I think we're gonna leave it at this. This will be fine. I don't want to try and wing it. I'm gonna end up ruining this look. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not a super pigmented black. It's definitely a little bit more subtle of a liner than I normally go with. So, but I'm actually kind of liking it, that it's not that super winged out cat eye that I normally do. So we'll see how this finished look comes across. Let's see, what else do I got? Let me go ahead and speed through my foundation. I am going to be mixing the Studio Makeup Flawless Skin Foundation and the Alver Color Changing Foundation. I've been really loving mixing this into my other foundations, especially ones that tend to be a little bit more drying or matte. One, because this has an SPF in it, but it's also a lot more of a dewy finish, so it helps balance them out. So I'm gonna mix these together, apply this to my face, so hold tight. Okay, that is it for foundation. You can see that I am very dewy, so we will be taking care of that here shortly. I couldn't remember if this foundation was dewy or not. So this Essence Matte Bronzing Powder, I love the size of this and I love the finish of this. It is a very subtle bronzer and it's just super flattering. It doesn't build up and leave texture on your skin. It is just super, super finely milled and I just love how it warms up the face. It is definitely a little bit more of a warmer bronzer, so if you need something that's a little bit more cool tone, I'm not sure that this is gonna be for you, but it is very subtle. I believe this is the darkest shade they have though, which is a little bit disappointing. I'll have to check and see online, but this is 02 Sunny, and I'm just gonna put this all over where I feel like the sun would hit me, and then I'm gonna try and blend this down my neck so my face and my neck don't look like two totally different colors. But yeah, I love the finish that this gives. It just like a kiss of sun. It's so pretty. For blush, I'm going in with Bespoke, which is the blush that I purchased in my Essence haul with the advent calendar. And I love this. This is the strangest color. In the pan, it looks like it is a chocolate brown, but when you get it on the cheeks, it turns into this like super flattering pink, but like with warmth to it. It's so strange. I can't even describe it, but it just works so well with the bronzer. I just love this color. I thought that this was going to be too dark for me in the winter months when my skin is super light, but I feel like it just is really flattering for my skin tone anyways. So, but yeah, so see, that looks super pretty. Oh, I have the highlighter. I totally forgot about this highlighter that we got in the advent calendar. Let me get my fluffy brush here, my fan brush. And we're just gonna kiss the cheeks. I love that this is so subtle too. It's not like a blinding highlighter. It's very subtle. I like it. And I am actually gonna take that on a little pencil brush, and I'm gonna use that as my inner corner highlight. And again, you can see it's just super subtle. All right, so now for the bottom lash line, let's go back into our palette. And I'm gonna take that only 17 color, and I'm just gonna run it on the inner part of my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with that darker green color, and I'm gonna run that along the rest of the lash line. So instead of taking that black liner, I'm gonna actually use an Ulta Beauty eyeliner in Metallic Moss, and it's just kind of like a olive green color. I've been wanting to use this for a little bit, and I just keep forgetting I have it. It's such a pretty color. So I figured I'd pull it out for today and line my waterline with it, and hopefully this all looks good together. Okay, so those are the eyes. It's a little bit more subtle of a bottom liner than like a harsh black, so I'm loving how this looks so far. Okay, so we got this big mascara. I've used this a couple times. I actually do like the formula of it. This brush is obnoxious though. This is the I Heart Extreme mascara, and this wand is just, it's a beast. I mean, this thing is bigger than my eye. So it's a little terrifying to use. And I have stabbed myself in the eye a couple of times, but I do like the formula. I just wish they would have scaled back the brush size a little bit. Exactly like that. I just hit myself in the eye and I closed my eye, and now I've got a big black fleck on my face. Okay, so that's just one coat. And it does build on itself fairly nicely. It doesn't flake. It doesn't really clump either. Okay, before we move on, I am just going to take my NYX HD finishing powder, and I'm going to take down some of the shine that is on my face. I really do like this powder. It's very finely milled. It doesn't add any color to your face. Sometimes these powders leave like a white cast, but this one does not. Okay, so we look good, got a little bit of a shine from that highlighter. And last but not least, we are going to use these Essence Nude lipsticks. This is their Nude line, and I have the shades This Is New, and this is just kind of like a cool toned, little bit darker than my lips. And then I have Brave, which is kind of like a spice color. So I think I might try and mix them together. I love the formula of these. I need to pick up more colors. I almost need a shade that's like in between, because this one is like, it's really pretty. Kind of like a cool toned nude, but it's a little not for today's look. So let me try and warm it up with Brave. Okay, so this is the finished look. My overall thoughts on the Essence brand. I really do think that they have some very good products for an affordable price. These lipsticks are absolutely fantastic. I am definitely picking up more colors of these. This will stay on my lips for quite a bit. It's like a demi matte, so it does have a staying power of a matte, but it doesn't leave my lips like super dried out. So I love the formula in this one. I love the bronzer and the blushes. These are just so fantastic. They don't add texture to your skin. I'm getting a little bit older, so I'm noticing that makeup's not laying as smoothly on my skin as it used to. So I appreciate a finely milled powder. So those are fantastic. Same thing with the highlighter. There's not big chunks of glitter in this. I don't know if this is just a limited edition highlighter through the advent calendar or if they actually do sell highlighters. I've never actually looked, so I'm gonna have to research this, but I do love this highlighter from them. It's very pretty. The eyeshadow base is kind of the dud of the group. Like I said, it does a really good job of like holding the eyeshadow in place on application, but after a while it does break down, and that just might be me. If you've used this before, let me know if it creased on you. But for me, this is just kind of one that I'm gonna use if I'm going out in a couple hours and I know that I'm not gonna be wearing makeup for a full 8-hour day. So that's kind of what I'm gonna use this for. The eyeliner is fairly decent too. I've used this on my waterline and it does an all right job sticking around a little bit. I've never had any success on keeping any kind of liner in my waterline. So I have a good indication of how it performed on the bottom lash line of how it's going to do on the top. I think it's going to hang around. It's very subtle. It's very easy to use. So overall, this is just kind of like yeah, this is a decent product. And then another star of this is the eyeshadow palette. I really am tempted to pick up the other, I keep wanting to call them quads. They're not quads. 6-pan shadow sets. They're absolutely beautiful, beautiful color stories. Only one that I've seen that has had consistent negative reviews is the one that's blue, and I think it's called Ice Baby or something along those lines. It's the blue one. I'll put a picture up here, but that is the one that I think has been consistently said that it's kind of patchy and not as pigmented as the rest of these. So $3.99, you can't beat it. These would make amazing stocking stuffers, just throwing that out there. So that's all I'm gonna have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed these Get Ready With Me videos. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. So again, if you have any ideas for me and what you wanna see from me, leave them in the comments down below. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. So have a fantastic night, weekend, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.